Hey, welcome, stale bottom bread. It's never content sleepy salad and stale bottom bread. It's like we've got a very unusual lunch with us. So everybody's welcome in. I'm just going to unmute myself on Telegram, even though I think it's just me and Ver there at the moment. And we're going to get kind of down into it. So this is the very first Memecoin Factory AMA. So we're all a little bit on the bleh side. So you're just going to have to stick with us while we get through it. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about the overall theme, how things are going. I'm going to run through a bit about the project, how it came to be, where we're at now, the next steps that we're going to be going through, and what sort of things you can expect to see from us in the near future anyway as well. So kind of starting off, we started off the project as well. I mean, we started off trying to do a meme coin. I wanted to make a meme coin, and we realized that a lot of the existing launch services for meme coins are, well, not great. The search functionality on them and the prevention of spam, that kind of stuff. On top of that, then having completely and absolutely no faith in any of the tokens that get launched on these things, which is completely understandable given, the current climate that we find ourselves in over here. So we thought to ourselves, well, it would be a whole lot easier if we just made a launch pad. And that's kind of the joke that started it, really, was just that. So we cracked on and we decided that we wanted to offer people quite a bit more than just a launch pad. So we branched out to say that we would offer people creation services, and services ranging from everything from creation of a token onto concept to design, graphics, website construction, contract creation, all of that kind of stuff. And on top of that, we were going to add on our own form of the lottery. We wanted to put a lottery into the platform because, well, let's face it, the whole DeFi thing is associated with gambling anyway. It's just people like to take that risk and that big chance of winning. So we decided to do the lottery system. But of course, we mentioned the lottery, and this was still when we were at concept stage for Memecoin Factory. And of course, one of the guys, I actually think it might have been Mystic, said, well, what about slot machines and casino games? And we decided, okay, that's probably not the worst idea under the sun either. So we decided to go ahead and do that. We developed it from there, and very soon we found that the concept of the platform itself had taken on this very kind of organic growth. People were coming up with ideas for games, people were coming up with ideas for ways to promote and to market the platform. And it started to kind of grow from there. We were all very surprised, I think, in the beginning when, just how easily the whole concept and the whole design of it fell into place. So that leads us to where we are now. We started up our ICO, and quite a lot of people have taken part. We're being careful. I will tell you guys that I have rejected a number of applications on the ICO, just because something doesn't seem quite right. You know what I mean? It's our intention to kind of get a one-on-one basis with investors. I think pretty much everybody here who is attending at the moment has spoken to me privately, as a result of their ICO application. And I like to take a bit of a minute to get to know you guys as well, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's 0.1 or if it's full 5 BNB. You guys are our early supporters, and we genuinely appreciate that. So you make sure that, if you've got any questions, you can always come to a member of the team. So what we're going to be doing to start with is, over the next couple of days, we have our contract is still being created. It is due today, but I will say it needs to be tested. We want to make sure it's absolutely perfect. It's being sent immediately this evening for audit with Solidity Finance, and that is all sorted. It's paid for. They're basically waiting to receive it. I think we got a message about a half an hour ago from them asking, when they could expect it, and we said, look, as soon as we possibly can. It just needs to be put on the test net and played around with. So we have that coming. The ICO will be coming to an end tomorrow, less than 24 hours time, in fact, 23. And we are going to probably be waiting a little while before we go on to Unicrypt for the ILO. By a little while, I mean early to mid next week. And the only reason for that is that if we have both our KYC and our audit in check for Unicrypt, we can appear, in a fairly decent position there, and people can know that this is a genuine project and this is something that you can actually trust. So we're taking it slow and steady, and I know it can be really frustrating. I think we're all waiting for the coin to launch, and there's a real thrill that comes from that, isn't there? That the token launching. So we're all trying to get there, and we're all trying to get things going. But the token launch is, well, for me and the team anyway, the absolute base of where we start. We've worked very, very hard, and I know a lot of people in the team and stuff had sleepless nights and stuff trying to get us to this point, and it's really just the very beginning for us. We are already developing the Launchpad platform. Work began on that a number of weeks ago. In actual fact, work began on that before the ICO had even begun. We had the abilities, and we had the team there in order to be able to start. So it's a small progression. I'm not saying that we can see the Launchpad, by launch, but we're hoping over the duration of the next couple of months that we will actually see it come on stream and be absolutely perfect. So the perfection thing, I'm sure some of the lads will probably tell you, will drive people a little on the insane side. But it's genuinely my belief that, you guys are invested in a token, and that token is building a platform. And to me, the platform that we build is an enormous representation of everything what we are and everything that we do in the project. So we want it to be really, really, really great. We don't want to push out this half-arsed clone of something else just straight off the bat, just to have something there, because, well, it wouldn't really be us. It wouldn't be Memecoin Factory. We started a launch pad because we were unhappy with the standards of other launch pads. We're not going to go down that road. So that's coming. We're hoping at the same time to have the lottery engaged. Now, with regards to the interfaces for the lottery, we have a web designer, a very, very talented guy. We have engaged his services, and I know that Ver, who's doing the graphical lead, was incredibly happy to get him. I'm in discussions with another graphical artist at the moment. As I say, the standards are incredibly high. And I will tell you, I've probably refused more developers in the last few days than I've refused ICO applications for sure. I've refused dozens of developers just because they can't communicate, they can't, meet standards. And we literally will not be presenting a product that's not good enough. So we're getting everything in place so that it's organized and it's structured. We want the very best people to work on it, even if it does cost a little bit extra to do, because we genuinely feel that will be worth it. Coming up after that, we are going to be developing the casino after the Launchpad and Lottery. The casino building and the development will be taking place at the same time, but we want everything with that to be perfect. When you have games on a casino that interact with the token and interact with real money, there is a very serious risk of somebody attempting to exploit that. We want to make sure that every single aspect of that contract and that back end of the casino is nailed down really, really well. We want to make sure the security is there for you guys and for every other user on the platform. We want to make sure that the game runs perfectly. And again, remembering at all times that when somebody comes to memecoinfactory.com, what they see there represents what they see of us. So kind of that's where we're moving on with the project at the moment. Now, the casino games themselves, we are taking a very, very different approach to this. We could, and we've looked at games that you can literally just buy, stick them on your website, integrate them, and hey presto, you've got yourself a casino. It's not our style again. This is not what we want to do. We want to make these games really unique. We want to make them look like something incredible and related to the whole DeFi space, because it has its own subculture, doesn't it? It has its own memes, its own expression. Even when the guys come on in the morning and it's like, "Hello, friends," it's got its own almost dialect of the English language, which is pretty crazy. So we want to make sure that that is incorporated and reflected, because we want this to be a proper DeFi casino where people will feel at home. and we're going to make it done by people who truly appreciate what it means to be in the space as well. And that's one of the most important things that we're doing here, is creating this hub for DeFi by people who exist in the space and who have worked an awful lot here. So that's what we're rolling down into. Marketing, I wanted to touch on very briefly. So our marketing has been ongoing. We've had banner ads on a number of sites so far, including Bogged Finance, PooCoin. We ran a banner ad at the top of Gem Finders for a week, along with a promoted coin post in there, and we saw quite a bit of traction coming from that. We've also been hosted on one or two Telegram groups. We have teams of shillers targeting various platforms, trying to get our name out there. It almost feels a little bit sometimes like, are the shillers doing good? Yes, they are. We actually have been analyzing metrics on this, and believe it or not, it's about even where people come from. We've been asking people, and we've been sourcing information for our own kind of use to say, what's working, what's not, because we want to do this project right. And we found that the shillers are actually genuinely about an even source as anyone else, for people being brought into the project. We're continuing on with the marketing. It's important to know that the next stage of the marketing is going to be changed to promoting the ILO. Previously, we were promoting just the project. Next, we're going to promote the project with the ILO attached, and we're going to be kind of gearing ourselves towards doing that. After the ILO is finished, we are going to continue to promote the token for a number of weeks on a kind of a steady basis. So we're going to continue with the marketing. We have marketing funds built into the contract. We've never been, shy about saying that it's 2% of every transaction, and we intend to use that. We intend to make sure that there is a constant ongoing marketing fund that is topped up, that on a regular basis, and again, kind of the guys that Michael, our marketing guy, just absolutely sick of hearing me say it. You know what I mean? I'm like, right, okay, let's analyze this, because I break every single thing down because I want to know. I don't want to waste money. I don't want to, keep paying a promotion that's not doing what it's supposed to. So that's what we're going to be doing after we have launched and had a few weeks worth of coin promotion. We're going to continue to promote the token itself until such a time as we have a product. The project at this moment is gathering kind of first stage investors, people who are early adopters, people who are, really believe in the project, you guys, and we really appreciate you all for that. So when we have a product to push, it's very important that we shift the marketing over to that product. If we continue to simply try and attract people to invest in our coin, we're not using the utility to its full extent. So in order to the utility to start stretching that token's demand to the max, we need to start pushing the platform everywhere people want to think crypto. We're going to need to start approaching, we're not going to need, we're already kind of starting a plan to approach people with regards to getting tokens onto our launch pad, even once or twice, the first couple being a freebie just for the promotional purpose of running through our platform. There's absolutely no issue at all with that. And we're not too, we're not too proud to say, look, everybody needs a first. So we're going to start promoting that for the launch pad and for the lottery when they come out. The marketing will continue. I want it to be an ongoing basis. And even if it slows to a kind of a dull ebb where our name and our face is out there and people are still seeing us, but it's important that we maintain that presence, because every day that people don't hear about Memecoin Factory is a day that they'll hear about another project, and that's where they'll go. And that's not what we want. That's not in the master plan. So we're going to keep our name out there, and when there are releases, when there are big times, we're going to have some competitions coming. In the next couple of months, we're going to have the release of the lottery. We're going to have once every week, and this is something people haven't actually made too much of a fuss over, but I think is pretty cool. The 1% prize pool transaction tax. I don't know if all of you understand how that's going to work, but it's basically paid to one person. So the 1% gathers up. It's on a 7-day run, and on the 7th day, one holder, subject to some small conditions, one holder will be allocated the entire 1% prize pool. No problem, no fuss, no nothing. It just gets sent to you. And we're pretty excited about that because I think that's going to make some very, very happy people, because that's going to be quite a lot of money with the volume that you would hope to kind of get. Right, so I'm probably blathering on a little bit. I'm trying my very best. This is my first. Oh God. So this is my first AMA I've done. So I'm going to open it up to actually be an AMA. And if anybody would like any questions to ask any questions, please crack on ahead. What was that, a tumbleweed? No. No, seriously. So nobody has questions, because I think I have probably had this exact conversation with absolutely everyone here, almost, bar one, in the last couple of days. I guess AMAs are important to be seen to be transparent. And it actually kind of, I get a genuine pleasure out of sitting down and talking about this whole project, because we're kind of looking at it, and it could pull together really, really well. We've so much hope and potential in this. We really, really do. Now, don't forget, the referral contest is ongoing. We have a couple of people who have a few referrals, and most people who have absolutely no referrals. So if you guys want to be in with the chance to win either 5 or 3 million factory, then make sure to get your referrals in. So that's me kind of done with what we're talking about for now. Once the audit is complete, you guys will have full access to that audit report. We'll make sure it's there. And if, when the new contract, you guys want to have a maul around with it and play with it, X90's not here, but then absolutely shoot me a DM. I'll get you the contract address in a second. We just don't want to start putting it in public channels, just so it might start getting picked up where we don't want it to be picked up. Ah, it's X90. Oh, how did I? Oh, wait. There we go. What's up, mate? Did you have a question, X? Okay, I don't know if X, can you speak? I've granted your permissions. Hmm. Okay, guys. Right. Well, I'll be here for questions if you guys want to ask me absolutely anything over the duration the next time. We have a couple more games coming as well that we are currently developing, and it's really, really, really funny. And I'm really looking forward to kind of doing that. Yeah, so you actually need to accept the invite to the stage if you're going to speak, buddy. No, that's okay. So thank you all very much for coming to the Memecoin Factory AMA, the very first one. I hope that I've covered everything. If not, you just let me know and I will come back to it. Okay? Thank you all so very much, guys. I'll be here if you want to ask anything for the next little while anyway.